Yes. If I think about what happened at the time of the murder, these do have a common link. These fine bloodstains spattering Rosalia's clothing. This hemorrhaging was most likely caused by... That's right. There was a defensive wound on Rosalia's palm. The killer turned his gun on this girl and pulled the trigger. That bullet tore through the hand she held up, ineffectually trying to ward off the blow. It then continued into her body, piercing her heart. The fine bloodstains were from the blood that came from her hand. The events of Rosalia's death are becoming clear. First, the cause of death. The wound that killed Rosalia was... right. The bullet that went through her chest struck her heart, ending her life. Now, what direction did that fatal shot come from? Indeed, the entrance and exit wounds tell us the path of the bullet through her body. Rosalia was alive just before this shot as well. The evidence for this is... yes, the wound on her palm is a defensive one, caused by her trying to protect herself from the gunshot. Her right hand also has another piece of important evidence. That is... indeed, the gunshot residue from the shot that killed her. Gunshot residue is left behind when... yes, gunshot residue is found on targets that have been shot at close range. We can tell that Rosalia had been shot in the chest from a short distance away. What would drive someone to be so determined to kill Rosalia? Huh? Another bullet casing here? I didn't see it among all these flowers. This may be an important clue.
Dr. Kimishima, the analysis results are in.
Good. Which analysis was this?
It's for the glass from the door at the entrance.
Huh, all right. Tell me what you've got.
Right. We've analyzed the broken glass. We can determine the direction the glass shattered in from the stress marks on the edges of the fracture.
Stress marks?
It refers to the marks left on the inner edges of a fracture line when the glass is broken. The direction of impact can be found by studying the stress marks on the fractures.
Is that so? And what did you find?
Well, the glass wasn't shattered from the outside. The blow that broke it came from inside.
Inside? So nobody shot into the room from outside then?
That appears to be the case. But one more thing about that glass. We weren't able to find any evidence like fingerprints or gunshot residue on it.
I see. So the glass was shattered from the inside out. Hey, little guy, I found another bullet casing.
It's a real battlefield there, huh? Let's take a look at it. Well, just like the other two shells you found, this one has similar markings on it. It was likely fired from the same gun as the other two.
One bullet was shot outside, while the other two were fired indoors. Why was the gun used here? That seems like an important fact to know. Yes, it does look like those two can be put together. If a bullet was fired near where we found the shell casing, the question is which direction the bullet went. First, we should consider the number of times the gun was fired. Inside, the gun was fired That's right. A total of 2 shots was fired inside. But there isn't a single bullet or bullet hole in this room. Other than the cases, the only other indication of the gun being fired indoors is... Indeed, the glass at the entrance was shattered from the inside out. There is a possibility that a bullet fired from indoors broke the glass. If so, then the person who fired the gun would have had to be... That's right. If the glass had been shattered from a close-range shot, there would have been gunshot residue on the door and window. Thus, the bullet that broke the glass was fired from further inside the room, near the desk. A shot from indoors fired towards the outside. Is what happened here